We saw sunny conditions today, but we started off this morning with some cloud cover, and then, of course, we had this dry line setup. Here's a look at that time lapse. We were able to see those cloudy conditions just around the noon hour, and then as that dry line retreated off towards the east, you're able to see that distinct moisture boundary line as it moved off towards the east. Of course, mostly sunny conditions, those highs officially dropping up, or actually reaching about 89 for us here in San Angelo. As we go into our current conditions, we are continuing to see those clear skies, dealing with somewhat dry weather all across the Concho Valley. Right now we're sitting at 88 degrees, winds out of the west at 16 miles an hour across the area, 90 degrees in Azona, 90 in Sonora, 88 degrees right now in Grape Creek, and 87 in Melvin. And we are also dealing with some very dry conditions. Portions of the Concho Valley are under a fire weather warning. This includes Crockett, Erie, and Schleicher and Sutton counties. Of course, we do have that ongoing wildfire that's going on in southern Crockett County there. And looking at that atmospheric moisture, we are dealing with very dry. Humidity levels at 8% right now in Crockett County, 21 degrees as far as those dew points. So our western areas are dealing with extremely dry conditions. And then when you factor in those winds, it makes the situation a lot worse, especially when it comes to battling wildfires. Right now, winds are out of the east at 17 miles an hour in Azona. So we're seeing these more breezy conditions off towards the western portions of the Concho Valley. Looking at that current wildfire, it is in the extreme southern portion. Of course, it's away from any populated area. This also stretches into Valverde County, just to the south of our viewing area, but definitely, like Lisette just mentioned, over 23,000 acres as we look into the next several hours here. Across the area, we are seeing a severe weather outbreak ongoing in Oklahoma and portions of East Texas. That we have that low pressure system that's currently tracking across the south central U.S., causing some very strong storms for portions of the south central U.S. Of course, that includes East Texas. Tornado-warned storms ongoing right now just to the northeast of Houston, and of course just along that Texas-Oklahoma state line as we deal with the potential for more severe weather for portions of the Dallas-Fort Worth area going into tonight. For the next 7 days, we're going to have a very calm and quiet weather pattern for us here in the Concho Valley. We are expecting a cold front to move through on Friday, bringing us from the 90s, upper 80s, back down into the low 80s, and then behind that, a high-pressure system, keeping the situation very calm and quiet, very sunny as we go into the weekend, with those temperatures remaining fairly warm for us here as we head into the start of next week. And then as we head into Monday, we can expect a few more cloud cover as we go into the start of next week. Those temperatures once again remaining in the upper 80s. A few showers are likely, but we do have a cold front moving through in the middle of next week that could bring the potential for a few showers there. So definitely great time to wash your car if you are planning to go out for the rest of this week here. That evening planner getting down into the 60s for tonight. Very pleasant conditions. Of course, we're dealing with that dry air. So those overnight and morning temperatures will be dropping down into the mid-50s, dropping up to about 57 for us here in San Angelo, in the mid-50s along the I-10 corridor, 55 in Sterling City. Those winds remaining calm and those skies remaining clear. Tomorrow we'll be topping out at around 90 degrees, sunny conditions, winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we head into the next 7 days, expect those temperatures once again. We're going to remain rather warm. Lots of sunshine as we go into the end of this week. We are going to see those highs top out at 88 for Friday and then drop down into the low 80s for Saturday. And then expect a few increasing clouds as we head into Monday and Tuesday, but we'll be back into the 90s. We could potentially be in the upper 90s heading into Tuesday as we deal with that summer-like weather in the forecast for the start of next week. Overnight temperatures remaining in the mid to low 50s, and then eventually overnight temps will be in the 60s heading into the start of next week. We'll be right back.